Hello everyone and welcome back to Deciphering Weather. In today's video we are tracking 94L and 95L in the Caribbean and the Atlantic for possible development. If you like detailed weather breakdowns, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get all of my upcoming videos. So we're looking at the latest satellite image of the Atlantic Basin thanks to tropicaltidbits.com for Wednesday, June 26, 2024. The purple arrows pointing towards 94L in the Caribbean. The black arrows pointed towards 95L in the main development region, and as I discussed in yesterday's video, I wasn't that surprised when I saw that National Hurricane Center designated that tropical storm in the middle of the Atlantic as another tropical disturbance and now invest 95L as of the making of this video. So here's the vorticity signatures of both of those tropical waves. As you can see, they are looking rather more circular in nature, especially 95L. 94L is a little bit more elongated, but it's also encountering a lot more wind shear versus 95L. And that's why if you look at the close-up image of the satellite, those thunderstorms are very disorganized at the moment. So we're not having a defined low pressure system just yet with this in the Caribbean. The track is also favorable for not developing into a tropical storm. It's going to be moving a lot over land, over Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, and then eventually Mexico based on the spaghetti track guidance models today, which is going to hamper its chances of becoming a tropical storm. But any time over water, depending on where that will be, will spike that up potentially. Right now it's a 10% chance over the next 2 days and a 20% chance over the next 7 days. Now out in the Atlantic, the main development region, we have invest 95L now. This one's a little bit better organized. You can see a little bit of that low-level spin between the two globs of thunderstorm convection to the north and south of it. If we look at the latest ASCANT scan, which shows the winds with microwave technology, we can see that a developing low is trying to form in the middle of there. It's not closed off yet, but it's getting there. So we have a 10% chance over the next 2 days and a 40% chance over the next 7 days. As you can see, this is taking it towards the Leeward Islands in the Caribbean. So let's see where this can go over the next 7 days using the GFS model. The purple hexagon will be 94L in the Caribbean. The black hexagon will be 95L in the main development region. Here's the wind shear forecast, and you can see the high wind shear in the Caribbean hampering development of 94L. Very low wind shear in the main development region right now, which is helping 95L to survive some of that Saharan air layer that is very dry to its north. As we move forward to 2 days from now on Friday, June 28th, we see that 94L is encountering Central America over land, so we don't see any development of the system. And we see 95L starting to concentrate that vorticity and intensifying it into a little small packet of tropicalness. It's got a very well-defined upper-level ridge overhead with light wind shear, and it's maintaining with that light wind shear its moisture envelope, fighting off that Saharan air layer just to its north. So by the time we get to day 3 on Saturday the 29th, this could be the possible earliest time we could see a tropical storm form. As you can see with 94L in purple over Guatemala and Belize, with it being over land, on this model run, we don't expect development of this system. And that continues by the time we get to day 5 on Monday, July 1st, where 94L is actually crossed into the Pacific at this point, so it wouldn't gain any name from the Atlantic if any development happened at this point. But we have a very strong tropical storm moving through Trinidad and Tobago and the southern Leeward Islands in the Caribbean on July 1st, Monday, with another tropical wave in pink trying to develop right behind it as well. As you can see, the main development region is very favorable at this point for tropical development with that very low wind shear environment. So that will help any strong tropical wave coming off the coast of Africa to fight off the Saharan air layer just to its north. On day 6, Tuesday, we see 95L moving through the Eastern Caribbean, but we'll start to encounter some of that higher wind shear that we saw on the last slide in the Caribbean. So that's going to cause it to die out, but we'll see the tropical wave behind it trying to strengthen further. And we see 94L will actually try to redevelop in the Eastern Pacific. If it does so, that would become Invest 91E out there. And then a week from now, next Wednesday, July 3rd, we see 95L starting to die out in the Caribbean as it encounters that wind shear environment, and a potential second landfall up within Trinidad and Tobago with another tropical wave trying to develop into a tropical storm behind that. So let's see the European model and what it's forecasting. So we see the same thing with 94L moving into Central America, staying over land, not really developing. 95L becoming a strong tropical storm as well, moving through the same region of Trinidad and Tobago, and another tropical wave behind it. The energy's there, but doesn't develop. So there's good agreement that 95L is the more potential threat for the Caribbean than 94L at this point, which as you can see here on the ensemble models, where a very large support for this middle black hexagon in the Caribbean in 7 days, showing the position of 95L, and those red and pink and orange lines indicate that it could be a strong tropical wave, maybe even a low category hurricane potentially, depending on how strong this storm can get before encountering those strong trade winds and wind shear in the Caribbean. So we'll continue to monitor 94L, but it looks like it's going to be over land a little bit too much for development in the Atlantic Basin, with the high pressure suppressing everything further to the south, not allowing it to get into the Gulf of Mexico. Maybe in the Eastern Pacific it could develop. And we'll track 95L and the tropical wave behind it, because it looks like the main development region is getting ready to be prime for active season this coming. And we'll see if 95L can become our next tropical wave to develop. If it does, the next name on the list would be Beryl. If any more after that develop, we have Chris and Debbie as well. As a reminder, we have super thanks available on Deciphering Weather. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, please go down to the heart button where it says thanks. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and leave a comment. Please share this video with your family and friends on social media. And if you're new and like detailed weather breakdowns, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get all of my upcoming videos. Thank you and have a great day.